What's shaking, my friends? My name is Shay. Welcome back to my channel. So first, I would like to say that I failed the month of December. Today is going to be my January 2022 TBR. Welcome to the new year. Thank you. Thank you. I failed December. I have been sick for the past couple of weeks, and when I am sick, I generally tend to not read as much. So I'm still stocked up. My nose still cannot breathe out of my nose. But anyway, I'm hoping to have a better January. I will say that I am planning on going on some vacations in January, so I will have 2 weekends where I'm not going to be reading. And unfortunately, I do most of my reading on the weekends, so I have to kind of cull my expectations. So let's get right into what I plan to read in January. So if you watched my 2022 reading goals, you will know that one of my goals is to complete series and read series more closer together, so I won't forget what's gone on in the subsequent books, and I won't have to reread because I really don't want to reread every time I want to read a new book in a series. So with that being said, of course, one of my favorite series in 2021 turned out to be The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. So I'm going to try to start off by reading The Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. Yes, my copy finally got here. It's really shiny in the light. But this basically follows our main character, Nari, and she's always had healing powers, but hasn't really paid attention to them, and she basically goes around conning people, and on one of her cons, she summons a great warrior Jin named Dara, and they get into some trouble, and Dara whisks her away to the city of Davabad. And this is a very political fantasy. I love the characters. I love S.A. Chakraborty's writing style. I love everything about this book. Very political heavy fantasy, so if that sounds like something that you would like, I highly recommended this. Action-packed, just a great story. And this is 750 pages, so this is my big chunker of the month, but I'm really hoping that I can fit this in. I do have the audio for this, so I'm almost 100% sure that I will be able to read this. My next sequel that I did not get to in the month of December is going to be The Nemesis by S.J. Kincaid. If you have been a part of my channel for a few months, you know that I thought The Diabolic was okay, but I absolutely love the sequel, The Empress, and I am ready to finish the series off with The Nemesis. And this is also a very political-based YA sci-fi that follows in a world where diabolics exist. Diabolics are human creatures that are designed to basically protect one person. They are killing machines, and this follows Nemesis, who is the diabolic of a political family, and diabolics then get outlawed and everybody has to kill their diabolics, and this political family does not do that. And so there have been some basically opinions that were against the main ruler of this planet, galaxy, whatever it is, and they request that their daughter come to the at the behest of the emperor. I think he's the emperor. And so they are pretty positive that the emperor is going to wind up killing their daughter because of their disobedience. And so they send Nemesis in their daughter's place. And I enjoy it. It's very political. It does have some romance in it. If you read the first one, which is The Diabolic, is meant to be a standalone novel, and so there were some pacing issues in there because it was meant to be a standalone, and it could still be a standalone if you wanted to stop at The Diabolic. But love what S.J. Kincaid did with Empress, and cannot wait to continue on with The Nemesis in January. The next set of series that I would like to continue is going to be Proving Guilty by Jim Butcher. I did not get to this in December either, and this is number 8 in the Dresden Files, and I have been reading this series for like a year and a half, and why I'm only on book 8 I have no idea, but I am happy to continue on. These are just very quick, simple reads, and I generally listen to audiobook. James Marsters does the audio, and he's absolutely fantastic, and this follows our wizard Harry Dresden, who is going off to fight crime and fight other wizards and magical beings, and it's a grand time. Another goal of mine in 2022 is to read more from self-published authors. So I was researching self-published books, and one that I landed on is called The Gods of Men by Barbara Kloss. So Mark Lawrence runs a self-publishing contest called SPFBO every year, which stands for Self-Published Fantasy Blog Off, where a bunch of reviewers get together, whether they have a blog, a YouTube channel, what have you, and they review all these self-published authors that have put their hat in the ring to win the award. And Barbara Kloss, I think a few years ago, she came in the top 10. I'm not sure where she placed, but I was interested in this book because, number one, I also want to read more from adult fantasy from female authors, so I decided to start with this one. This, I believe, is a trilogy, so it follows our main character who lives in one of the 5 provinces, and in the 5 provinces, magic is illegal. And when she's 9 years old, while she's playing her flute, she realizes that she has magical ability. She's at a dinner party, and she is performing for some of the higher ups in the province, and she accidentally kills her sister. And so she has to flee her province and go to a wild world where basically only the exiles and thieves live, and then she goes into hiding, and then this is a story where people and creatures are trying to hunt her down. So I'm super excited to get involved in more self-published fantasy. So can't wait to read that. The next goal I have for 2022 is to finish up some arcs that I have already gotten approved for. I do not think I will be requesting any more arcs in the year of 2022, just because I need to read the books that I own and that I want to read. I have so many backlist titles I want to read, and I am trying to utilize my library a little bit more. I just feel really guilty when I have a bunch of arcs that I have not read. So the next book that I have is going to be Reckless Girls, and I cannot remember the author. I'll put her name in the video, but I can't remember it at the current moment. So this is a thriller novel. It follows 2 characters who they have agreed to take these other, I think it's a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and they've agreed to sail these 2 college roommates to this island that they want to go to. So basically it's this abandoned island. The island does have some rumors and mysteries surrounding it, and they get there and there's already another couple on the island. So then there's 4 of them, and they kind of go out and have fun and all this kind of stuff, and then a stranger comes to the island, and then some things ensue, and some people go missing, and it's a thriller. It's like a closed island, like a locked door mystery or whatever they call it, but it's on an island, and I'm ready for that one. Another arc that I have that I requested quite some time ago and got approved for was When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord. Now, I have read Emma Lord's 2 previous works. One was Tweet Cute, and the other one last year was You Have a Match. I enjoyed Tweet Cute, not so much You Have a Match. I thought it was just okay. So I have this one, and it is following our main character who dreams of being a Broadway star, and basically she has been raised by her dad, and she does not know her mom, and one day she comes across a live journal that her dad used to have back in 2003, and it really sparks her interest of finding her mother. So it's that journey, and of course there's going to be a love story in it, because what's an Emma Lord book without a love story? And it's supposed to take, the love of interest is supposed to be her drama theater rival. So looking forward to that one as well. Another thing that I wanted to do in the year of 2022 is kind of look back at my anticipated releases of January 2021 and pick one that I did not get to and read it so that I can see if these releases hold up. And one of those books is going to be Wings of Ebony by J.L. I don't know too much about this book, but from what I know is it is following a main character, and she has a sister, and they basically, their mother dies on their doorstep, and one of the girls, our main character's father, drags her away from her sister into this land, I think where there's magic, and she is forbidden to leave, and she does leave, and there's consequences and all this kind of stuff. I'm not sure what it's about, but I know that it also involves racism and talks about more hard-hitting topics, so I am looking forward to that one as well. The last book I know that 100% I'll be reading, because I am co-hosting a buddy read for this over in my book club, and that is going to be The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. Yes, again, I'm trash. There's a sticker. So, I don't know much about this. It is in a world where there's zombies, and there are kid zombies, and there's soldiers. She is one of those zombies that is held captive by the soldiers, and I'm really not sure what we're going to get into, but it also has an adaptation on Netflix, and I'm super excited to finally get to this one, as it has been on my shelves for quite a long time. Alright guys, I only put very minimal books on this TBR, and that's because, of course, like I said, I'm going on vacation, but maybe I'll read more, maybe I won't, who knows. I hope everybody has a great start to their January, and I will catch you later.